Hello, welcome to Cardboard Plastic. Today's video, I got a mail day, and in the background you can see an example of each of the years of the Redman tobacco cards. I have a 1952, 1953, 54, and 55. So, these were all-star sets. Well, it wasn't the official all-star set. If you take a look at it on the back here, it kind of goes over that this was the top 25 players from each league. Now, I believe like 52 and 53, they included the managers, right? So it's like 26 cards for the American League, 26 for the National, so 52 altogether. And they were selected by the editor of the Sporting News, J.G. Taylor. So you don't find some players in there that made the all-star team, but also there isn't Mickey Mantle. Now, I'm not sure why Mickey Mantle is not in this set. I understand, like, with the Bowman and the Topps, right? I think there was, like, a confectionery license, like, that, like, contract that he signed, so he couldn't have cards, right, in Topps or Bowman because of that contract being signed. But I believe tobacco cards were different. So in the comments below, let me know if you know why Mickey Mantle did not appear in any of these sets. It could just be as simple as they couldn't do it because of licensing. Now, with these sets, you also don't find them with the tabs. And the reason you don't find a lot of them with the tabs, again, if you read the back of the card, if you cut out the tabs, you can actually send these to the Redman Tobacco there for a baseball cap, right? So a lot of times you find them without the tabs, and personally, I need the tabs with the cards. First of all, like, there's no numbering on this, right? And so if you take a look at this card, right, the only time you see the number and put them in order is on the tab itself, right? So they do have the numbers on the other sets, but I just like the tabs with the cards. They're a little bit more rare to find, but they also are a little bit more expensive. So if you don't mind the tabs, it's a really cheap set to put together. Now, they did get kind of lazy with the images, right? So you see Bob Lemon for those 2 years. It's a lot of these are the same exact card. The only thing they did is they changed the background in the stadium. And, you know, it's kind of weird, like me buying the sets, right? I put them together and I have like multiple of like the same card. There are some, I believe, like in the 1954, there's a couple of variations. But I'm working on all these sets, putting them together, just having a blast collecting these. And another thing with these cards is the condition of them, right? They were so they were put in plastic. By the way, I didn't know if I mentioned this there, but like the first time I saw this card, the Earl Torgerson, I just kind of glanced at it. I'm like, why is Greg Maddux on this, right? Is this like a new series? So if this reminds you of Greg Maddux, let me know there. I saw the Braves and the glasses just in my mind. So with this here, they put them in like plastic sleeves, and then they put them on tobacco. And if my wife asked me, like, how much did you pay for these? And I say, I could say this, I wouldn't be lying. They were 20 cents. Well, that's what they cost, right? With the tobacco there. So at one point, they were a 20-cent card, so it's not a lot. But even the tobacco that they put them on wasn't like a solid cardboard box. It was like a pouch, a package, right? So they just put these on there, and really, I mean, you're going to find them, even if they have like sharp corners, a lot of times they're going to be in great condition, poor condition. They're going to have like little creases, bends on the corners. Good luck trying to find a lot of these in really high grades. It's very difficult. It's kind of like the packaging they did, and I kind of brought these out. Kind of like these 1960 Lake to Lake, right? They just like staple these, right, onto boxes and things like that. So you just find these things a lot of times in bad condition. And for me, it's kind of, it takes the grading out of it, which I kind of like. I'm kind of getting sick of grading cards. I just get to put the set together, look at them, enjoy them. If they have a little crease and bends and things like that, I always look for upgrades, right? So if I get an upgrade, I take the old card, I sell it. People want to put these together. They love the tabs, so they're not that hard to get rid of. If I buy them for like $10, $12 a piece, I can usually typically sell them for $15 and break even after eBay and everything like that. Speaking of the Lake to Lake, I think John Mangimu would say this is a fake card. Right? Once you get above like sixes and stuff like that, you don't have the punch out for these or the staple marks, right? By the way, I found another one of them too. These are the real. It's not the reprint. I know what the card stock feels like. By the way, it doesn't matter though. Red Schoendienst, he's not a real Hall of Famer in people's eyes, right? So he's not hobby relevant. So it doesn't even matter if it's a fake card or not. It's worthless. I'm probably going to send that into SGC. But, oh, that's another thing you got to be careful about. The same thing with these, right? All you got to do is like really look at the back and see if it says reprint on the back. Those are like it's not even a fake card. It's a reprint. These cards you got to be careful about. If somebody like has a complete set and it looks beautiful and they only show you the front of the cards, it is almost impossible to tell if they're reprints. You can really, I mean, in hand you'd be able to tell, but just from the front of the card, it is very difficult. So on the back of them, though, they are pure white, right? So with these ones here, like you could see that like you have the different stock there, right? These are red on the back with this, but you could see the cardboard. The other ones are just white. And beautiful Hank Bauer. So I keep on looking for these cards, and I bought a few, and this is like really just enjoyable for me. Like I get these, I put them in card savers. I don't put any other plastic around them. Just put them in, just make sure that there's no dust or things when you slide them in. They'll be okay. And I bought a lot of these, and I have another big lot coming in. Hopefully next week. It's just been, shipment has been accepted for like a week now, and it hasn't moved. So hopefully there it starts moving. And here are some of the ones I bought recently here, and these are just to like kind of fill in my sets, or a lot of times I'll buy these from like the seller if they have combined shipping. All right, Frank Thomas. So, and these cards have minor flaws, but these are just beautiful. This one I paid, okay, so the majority of those are like $10 a piece. That's what I typically pay for them. By the way, I mean, you can get really good deals on these. Just watch some auctions. I wish I saw the one that ended. There was a Phil Rizzuto with a tab. It looked in pretty good condition. End at $25. So if you pay attention to auctions, you can get good prices on these. This one is a beautiful Ralph Kiner. So I did pay up for this guy. A couple of people bidded on it, and I just wanted it. And the seller really seemed to like disclose all of the condition issues of these cards. So I definitely was pretty confident when they start like describing like 3 different locations of creases on cards that their condition description is very accurate. So definitely I'm just taking my time. That's a bad thing. So I've been buying a lot of these Redman Tobacco cards. I almost have the complete 1954 set together. So once I have that together, maybe I'll show you some of the bigger cards. And I just don't even have urge to grade any of them. The only time I would grade any of these is if I do find one and I go through each of these cards. When I organize them, I put them in spreadsheets so I kind of know, and I put down the approximate condition. And if there is one that just looks perfect, I will grade it. And the reason I grade it is I don't need a perfect card for my collection. So I'll actually take the card, grade it, and then I'll sell it, and then I'll buy a lower condition one or another ungraded one that looks beautiful. And if I get it back and that one's perfect, I'll grade that one and keep on going until I just get one for my collection, right? And that's the thing I do with my collection is if I want cards, I got to sell cards. So in the comments below, let me know if you actually are working on these Redman Tobacco sets there, and what do you like? Do you mind if they don't have the tabs? Like personally for me, I can't stand the tabs. Oh, and one last thing that I want to mention. These cards, the size of them are 3.5 by 4, I believe. 3.5 inches by 4. And with that, though, with the tab is 0.5 inch. So really they're like a square card. They're a 3.5 by 3.5 size card. Now, a lot of people don't understand what an oversized card is in the eyes of SGC. So, for example, I graded this one with SGC. This is my Warren Spahn double header. Beautiful card. This is the same price to grade as a standard card. So I believe it's 3.5 inches width, and it's something like 5.5 inches tall, right? If it's under that, it still costs you $15 to grade. So you can grade all these cards for the $15. You don't have to pay the crazy, like the $40 oversized. Oversized is bigger than 3.5 by 5.5. So, yeah, don't like, so with these there, if you see them grading, people say like, oh, it cost me $40 to grade the card. No, it didn't. It cost you $15 to grade the card. So I'm going to show you more of these probably next week. I got some cards coming back from Fanatics Collect, hopefully. They've been taking their time. And I got a few other, like a 51 tops I have as well. So, again, as always, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and keep on collecting.